is not going to be here tonight, so Vice Chair. We have 5 full members here. Connor Crowley is the alternative. He's going to participate. He's fit. He's not going to vote on the issues. I'm going to skip over item 2 on the agenda and get first. So with that, we have regular business. It's William and Tracy Janelle. Public hearing for an application from section 32-234 of the Newmarket zoning ordinance, requested by William and Tracy, permit the renovation of a portion of the basement of the house to a 1-bedroom studio accessory apartment. The project at 6 Great Cove Drive, tax map U3, lot 74 in the R2 zone. With that, I turn the floor over to you and present your information.
Thank you.
Run over your filing, so
Okay.
if you want to strengthen that or you've got new information to add on, this is the time to do it.
All right. My name is William Janelle. It's my wife Tracy. We live at 6 Great Cove Drive, and we're the applicants tonight. What we're looking to do is renovate a portion of our basement into an accessory unit. My daughter Leah and her husband are here tonight as well. My son-in-law is just out of the Navy.
Thank you for your service.
And they're currently living with us, all upstairs. This would give them, he's going to school on the GI Bill as well, which I left out, but he is got another 3.5 years to go. They would love to buy a home, but they're not in the position to do that just yet. This space would give them somewhat their own space for a while, so that's our immediate intent in what we're doing with this unit. I've tried to go through and answer the criteria on the application. I'd be glad to go through that if you'd like me to, or I can answer questions.
Have we all read through the information? Are we satisfied with that? It's
Mike Hoffman's letter.
okay. Right here? Is it this one? The only question I had was you referred to the septic system, and Diane says that there's a letter in the file from Mike Hoffman that addresses that. So I'd like to get that entered into the record.
Okay.
Yeah, this is dated December 9th to me from Mike Hoffman, our building official. This is to confirm the property at 6 Great Cove Drive, owned by Bill and Tracy Janelle, has an approved septic system for a 4-bedroom system. The proposed ADU will bring the bedroom count to 3 and is therefore permissible by the local zoning and state DS requirements.
So that was the one question I had on that. With that, I open the floor. If you don't have any more points to make, if you want to stand on the record, that's fine. But I'll open the floor to public comment. If there's anyone here that has anything to say, this is the time to say it. So, seeing no one out there raising their hand or jumping to the mic, I'll close the public input session and open it up to the members to discuss this.
All right. So 3 questions have to be answered to decide whether or not the special exception can be legally granted.
Correct.
Is the use one that's ordinarily prohibited in the district? This is the R2 district. It's not a question there. Is the use specifically allowed as a special exception under the terms of the ordinance? I don't think that's a issue. And are the conditions specified in the ordinance for granting the special exception test met? I would say yes. I don't have an issue with the application. And then if the conditions for the special exception are met, we have to grant the special exception pursuant to the New Hampshire Supreme Court holding of Shell Oil versus New Hampshire at 101 New Hampshire, page 76. So I'd make a motion to approve, or a motion to grant the special exception.
We have a motion on the floor, seconded by Jonathan. So any other comments on this? I would like to add that as a finding of fact, we'll use the application as a finding of fact in the for the documentation. With that, I'll take a vote on that. All those in favor of granting the special exception, signify with
Aye.
aye. Opposed? You're welcome. We do have a plan in there. All right. Next order of business is the Lori Hawkins. Public hearing for an application for an equitable waiver of dimensional requirements, reference New Hampshire RSA 674:33-A, regarding a portion of her garage being situated on the abutting property. A boundary line adjustment will be done by the planning board at a future date to correct the encroachment, and the plan will be filed at the Rockingham County of Deeds, Registry of Deeds. The property is located at 14 New Road, tax map U3, lot 114, in the R2 zone.
That's it.
You
Pretty
have
much
the
nailed it.
floor.
My name's Scott Boudreau, Boudreau Land Surveying. I'm here representing Lori Hawkins. I did the survey, which found the property line problem, and it does go through the building. I don't know if you want me to put it up on the TV or if you're all set with the plans you have.
Is everybody okay? The map showed that pretty well.
So
Unusual. Unusual, no, that.
the garage, we don't know when the garage was built, if it was part of the original structure, which according to town records was built in 1957. And nobody's ever said anything about that. As far back as I went on Google Earth, 1992, the garage was there. So I'm guessing it was original to the house. The lot configuration is a little bit confusing to people that may have purchased that since the 55 subdivision was done. They're not straight off the road like people always envision they are, so it does kind of go off at an angle, and that's probably why the house was built that way back in the 50s. If you also look, the neighbor to the west also has some encroachments, but we're not here to discuss that, but probably for the same reasons, assuming the lot line went straight off the road. So what we're trying to do is just remedy that with a lot line adjustment, and it doesn't meet the setbacks, so we're here to apply for the equitable waiver.
Okay. That's fine. Are there, can I open it up to the public comment?
Sure.
We'll open it up to public comment. If there's anyone out there that wishes to speak, just come in through the doors. Seeing as how they're not breaking the doors down to get in here and talk, I'll close the public comment section and open it up to the members to discuss. Briefly, for the people out there that are listening, we don't have much latitude in this. It's defined very well by the New Hampshire RSAs, and the equitable waiver basically has two ways of documenting this. The first one is that discusses that if it was not noticed or wasn't a result of obfuscation or misrepresentation or bad faith, or if it was just missed by everyone involved, and that the physical dimensions don't constitute a public nuisance or private nuisance, and that due to the degree of past construction, it would be counterproductive to take it down. We don't have to really document that one. The section 2, which is the one I think pertains here, says in lieu of findings required by the board on subparagraphs 1A and B, the owner may demonstrate to the satisfaction of the board that the violation has existed for 10 years or more, and that no enforcement action, including written notice of violation, has been commenced against the violation during that time by the municipality or any person directly affected. And I believe the information you presented us shows that. Does everybody concur? So I think the action here is pretty straightforward, and you have indicated that all the parties are gonna do a deed transfer, a lot line revision with the planning board, so I would imagine the other butters on board with it and everything. Any discussion at this level?
I have one question.
Have that way.
How many owners, what, 1957?
The plan was done in 55, the subdivision.
Well,
I believe the assessors said it
Okay.
was built in 57.
so how many owners have it, I'm just curious, how many owners has this gone through?
My parents were the second owners. That was,
So you're the third,
Like, she's the fourth.
fourth, wow. And nobody's ever caught it.
how old I be before? Did my parents?
She inherited.
Oh, because I inherited.
You inherited
Oh,
the
okay,
property.
okay.
Okay.
Well, I don't
had
think
no idea.
anybody ever, because we were doing some work down there and it was obvious standing there that didn't line up with the tax
Yeah.
records.
Yeah.
But we
No,
just,
I don't have a problem, I'm just curious how many times people have.
it's obviously a burning problem down there. So,
Okay.
if, you got any more questions, Wayne? or-
No, that's it.
Okay. If no one has any other questions or concerns, I'll entertain a motion. Don't all jump up at once, that or, okay, that's fine.
It's an equitable waiver of dimensional requirements.
I move to grant the equitable waiver of dimensional requirements.
Using
Yep,
the,
pursuant to 67433A.
What she said.
yeah. Using,
Take it
using
easy.
the submitted documentation as
And the-
finding a fact.
Application, that it meets the requirements under that statute.
I have a motion on the floor, do I have a second? Wayne
Second it.
seconds. That being said, all those in favor? Opposed? Done. Good luck with the planning board. All right,
Thank you.
so, next item of business is to go back to item 2 and review approved minutes. Have everyone had a chance to look at the minutes?
No changes for me.
November 18th, yes.
I'll, make a motion to approve the November 18th, 2018 minutes as drafted.
Okay.
Second.
Okay, we have a second by Mr. Sacks. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. And the last order of business on the agenda that I have, other than a motion to adjourn, is the final acceptance of the amendments to the zoning board of adjustment rules of procedure that we received in September. They've gone through a couple of iterations and we read the changes recommended by the attorney at the last meeting. Does anybody have any comments or concerns about those or suggested recommendations?
The meeting minutes that we just approved, I've already approved those.
But
Are we doing it again?
we found out after the fact that in our bylaws, it says you have to approve them at the next meeting after the changes have been made, so.
So we
So
accepted the
we-
changes
So now we have to re-accept them.
and if people want to read what the changes are, Diane has copies at the town office. I'm not gonna bother reading them through tonight. We're all familiar with them, so. All those do I have a motion to accept the changes?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve
And a second,
of
very
procedure.
good.
I got it.
All those in favor of accepting the changes in the rules of procedure?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it. Last order of business is motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Thanks. All those in favor?
Aye.
7:20.
There, Chris, beat that.